everything's a grind. Whether it's legal hustle, illegal hustle, the corporate world or whatever it is, uni or whatever it is, it's all a grind. People just, obviously they're gonna see music. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. Well, when I think about it, grind for all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, man's independent, so this is coming out of my own pocket. Back by no label, by, you know what I'm saying? So obviously, we've done our thing kind of thing and made the transition. Or still making the transition, I'd say. So, and I feel like as well, like this industry, the reason why people don't know man is because man don't love it, it's just a grind. You know what I'm trying to say? Man's not involved in it because I'm a very private guy kind of thing. Man just wanna do my thing, clean up and keep it moving. You know what I'm trying to say? But found something I was good at. So really this thing for man, like you said, it's just a grind. It's not nothing like old daily to man or anything like that. So
do you feel bro, yeah, that sometimes like see the music game, do you feel like it's a trick, like in terms of like you're saying, investing own money, so it's like sometimes it might be 2 steps forward, 2 steps back at times, because you know what I'm trying to say,
100%, because even now, like, all the views and everything, like, man hasn't really seen anything that's changed man's life that I haven't seen already. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, even now, like, after all these views, and so really it just looks a certain way, it looks good.
Do you feel sometimes that you sit down at the deeper Ayem, and you sit down and think, like, is it worth it?
All the time. All the time.
And like, okay, you're in the music game, a lot of people are seeing you, there's a lot of views, do you feel like I'm a person, I always like look at the best of it, like say I'm here, I look at the top in it, and unless I'm gonna bet at the top, then that's the best it's gonna be, you know what I'm trying to say? So sometimes you look at the best and just think, this ain't even, you know what I'm trying to say? Or have you got ambitions to just smash what's everything that's at the top and make new boundaries?
What do you mean?
Like what I mean, like in life, boom, we're here, literally. Like we've got goals in it. So we look at the best situation of the game that we're in, So boom, we're looking at the top now. Sometimes do you look at the top and think, that it's spicy up there is where I want to be, or do you look up there and think, that ain't even good enough for me and I need to break those boundaries and just do something new? Do you get what I'm saying? Because when I look at things and I think, is it worth it or not, I look at the top. And if the people at the top, if I don't want to be there, then that means it ain't good enough for me. You get what I'm saying? And if it ain't good enough for me, then I think, is it worth it? Or do I need to make new boundaries beyond that for it to be worth my while? You get what I mean?
It's a new boundary thing, and on top of that, it's a matter of how do you get there. Because what's it gonna cost for you to get there? Especially from the background, man's in. Like this thing here, without sugarcoating it, it's haram. Plain and simple. There is no, you know what I'm trying to say. So for me, it's really like, I don't really compare myself to anyone or none of these artists. Not in like a big-headed way, because I don't care about leaving a stamp or trying to get to the top so I can say, oh man got to the top. I say just do my thing, clean up, and if I can, leave a better message. I'm trying to say, because I don't want to love this thing.
But do you ever think to yourself, that like how do we like in a way like fulfill our desires and do what we're good at, but at the same time leave a better message at the same time?
I feel like that's the least I can do.
Like how you know like how you aim to do that? Because for me,
through the music, it's gonna have to be through the music,
like through the message and what you talk about.
Because man's still learning as man goes. I'm trying to say that as man's climbing, man's still learning. I'm trying to say, and I'm learning about myself. You know what I'm trying to say, and what's all around me and everything that's going on around me. And clocked like a lot of people are listening to that.
Yeah.
So it depends on what kind of perspective you're looking at.
Yeah.
If you're looking at from our perspective, I need to be given a deeper message.
Yeah.
Even like a message like, well, should you be listening to the kind of thing.
But we know.
But that's what we know. That's like our kind of
Yeah.
perspective. I'm trying to say. But from the next man's perspective, it's really about leaving a message where a man can benefit.
Do you know?
There's too much other.
Let me tell you what's touched for me. Yeah. Like boom, it's like two different like backgrounds. So you've got backgrounds of for example, born into the deen with a message. Yeah. Then you've got revert. Yeah. Not just me, many in it. There's many like you, many like me. Yeah. All right, cool. But sometimes, yeah, we look for like lands, yeah, places that's safe where we can do the things that we should be doing as believers. How do you have you ever thought about like, you know, like going back home, yeah, and doing the like music, yeah? Have you thought about the message that it puts there, like for people that are like used to different background or different, you know what I'm trying to say, different environments or whatever, where do you feel like sometimes it's introducing them to things that their eyes have never seen before?
Yeah, but I don't think I've gotten to that level yet where like I don't think like I'm sort of confused. Like
What I mean is, yeah, like
are you saying that is what I'm releasing, is it beneficial to the people that are not exposed to it?
Okay, basically, yeah, you want to leave a benefit for the music, yeah. Alright, cool. But the music that is being released, yeah, or maybe the content of the music, yeah, do you feel like when you go back, say like back home and you're getting love back home in it, yeah, from doing the music, do you feel like sometimes the message that is in the music here is like negative for them? It's a positive because you're getting the love,
Yeah.
but the message in the music is maybe things that like it's like a world, yeah, that we know but they don't really know, like how we know. Do you get what I mean? The reason why I say this now, yeah, because like that's just home for you, so it's normal when you're going back home, you get the love. But sometimes, yeah, like the people like me or the reverts, yeah, we look to the beautiful places that you're from, yeah, to go to find peace that maybe we can't find somewhere else. So it's like some of these places are places of peace. Do you feel like the music disturbs the peace that are in these lands?
No. Especially not from where I'm from, with Morocco, Egypt. Music's everywhere. I'm trying to say, it's a thing where man's background hasn't had an influence on man's choices because it was always there. What's had an influence with what man's seen, what's been going on around him.
In the UK or
in the UK? Because when man go back home, it's like it's just scary. You know what I'm trying to say? Proper third world, like especially in Morocco. Like I've got a family of 17 living in one house, apartment kind of thing. Like one, you know what I'm trying to say? So, and even then, like everyone, like it's like Islam is in like where man's from. Obviously, everyone prays, everyone does their thing, but even now, like when man go back, put me aside, it's becoming very Western. What that man is doing.
That's what I mean.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
do you think it adds to it?
yeah, it does. It does. I find it because man's from Morocco. So the bigger I get, people are gonna look like, oh yeah, he's one of us. Yeah, coming like he's representing us. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like French Montana.
No, not because what it is, obviously, like in the UK, we're used to certain things. But you see, sometimes, like for me personally, when you travel and you go to certain places, it's like you're looking for something different to what you see in the West. You want to feel something different. You get what I'm trying to say? And it's like, oh, but like that's here as well. Like you get what I'm trying to say? So that's the reason why I said that again.
Yeah, I think a lot of countries in Africa have the Westernized good. Very, very good.
And social media is a big thing because
Big.
now it's not like you have
Everything's
to-
accessible.
Yeah, everything's accessible. Yeah. And from where you are today, like what's your goals?
I just want to build a foundation that man can just.
But definitely you got a foundation now. Like,
No, but like a proper, like, I would just want to build something where man can kick back and give to my kids, and their kids, and their kids. I just feel like music is going to help me do that. Music isn't the end goal.
Have you thought about what it is you want to do?
No, I haven't.
You gotta do that,
This is still something that I'm learning.
You know you gotta do that.
Yeah, 100%.
Like goals, you can have goals, yeah, even if
Oh, goal. Like, I thought you meant something specific.
like obviously, like yeah, but that's what I mean. Goals, like if you got goals, you should know where it is, even if you're not there yet, even if you're 10 steps away from it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, look, boom, in 10 steps, this is what I'm gonna do. So I think a good thing, yeah, write down things that you're gonna do. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm trying to say? If you got goals, like write them down, even if it's in the future, even if it's not right now, boom, tick them off. This is what I want to do, I want to do this, I want to do that. You know what I'm trying to say? So you know like what you're working towards because you want to build foundation. You got foundations now, whether you know it or not, you got foundations in to go in whatever direction that you choose to go in. But with regarding what you're working towards, you need to know what that is, you get what I'm saying? So it's important that you know what your goals are, you get me?
Hey,
Trust me, like, look at this here, this is a mad thing. Honey, mad thing,
honey, yeah.
honey. Get no alcohol on this table, you get it? This is how we get lit. And water,
Hello, drink.
come on, and honey, slap it in, I can see what's going on. Wow. Madness. Believe on myself. It's 2 different honeys, you know. This guy, yeah, let me touch you up. It's a different honey, you know. Wow. Health as well.
So I'm doing that here, man. Training.
Trust me.
I mean, I should keep that train, reflect.
How's it been though?
It's good, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, Ramadan makes it harder, but like in the sense of trade and everything.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's good, man, because I'm just ready now. I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Like,
How does it feel to have like a routine? Waking up early doors, getting it in.
I'm not used to it, innit?
Yeah.
I'm used to late sessions, 5, 6 in the morning, every day, just waking up at dumb times, you know what I mean? So when you're an artist, you find that the life's just wild. There is no routine, there is no, you just, one studio session will fuck up the routine for the whole week, you know, that's it, so that's it.
And like, so we need to work on like the goals, like the message, you know what I'm saying, and just like just life in general, man, just to be thoughtful. Like I think we all need to think, not only you, man, we all need to think about like what we're doing, you know what I'm saying, like where we're trying to get to, whatever. Battle of the soul, man. Trust me, like it's so real that I don't think there's not a person out there that doesn't battle. Like no matter what it is, there's females that are battling, like there's men that are battling, like there's mothers who have children that are battling with things that they don't even know. You know what I'm saying? There's
I think
battling.
that's
It's so
one
deep.
major problem as well. That even from man,
Yeah.
like growing up, that my parents didn't know what none of us,
Yeah.
me and my brother were. You know
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say? So, especially coming from a background
Yeah.
like that, it was easier for us to get up to fucking, to do stuff, to do whatever we were doing, because they're not from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
But do you think it was because like you hit it well, or they didn't ask you what was going on, or you didn't speak, or
I don't think they're just not. They just weren't clued up in a sense.
You think it was kind of around circles around there?
Yeah, 100%. Always, 100%. I'm trying to say, obviously, like they're not dumb, but it's a thing where all they knew was home.
Yeah.
You know, outside is that was just the brothers
Bro,
in their region.
trust me, yeah, that's a blessing, you know. Like there's definitely beauty in that, because trust me, there's parents that know what's going on outside. Yeah, but they're more concerned with their own life and what's going on with them, rather than to sit down and even communicate with their children. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's better to have the children, the parents that don't know what's going on, rather than to know and not care. You get what I'm saying?
Because like when I go home, it's like I know they're there, that kind of thing. Alhamdulillah, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's like two separate worlds. I can't explain it. Like growing up from that, it's like one world is just this household where whatever, like growing up, it's just yeah man, shit, but and then they're out in the world, and it's just like it's mad. It's like two separate lives. Like a lot of my brothers as well, like their parents were strict Muslims. And I found that everyone that had strict Muslim parents that I know growing up now, most of them are in jail or doing madness or you know what I'm trying to say. So I feel like growing up man had to balance. So it was really up to man whether I fucked up or not. Like I said, whether I messed up or not, I'm trying to say. So
don't worry, we beat it up.
So yeah, that's what it is, man.
I feel like we all have our choices, you know what I'm saying, and we all have our roads, and we all learn certain things, certain ways. Sometimes we know better and we do better. Sometimes we know better and we make choices, maybe the poor decisions, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, the battle of the soul is real.
Battle of the soul.
Trust me, man.
I had to do my first interview.
Come on, man.
Coach C, you know what I'm saying? Real recognized role, man. Only the honourable. Only the honourable. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So, we're out there, still training.
Still here. Day off.
Tomorrow, day off.
You get me?
Relax. And then, yeah, man. Back to the grind. You get what I'm saying? Do you think there's anything else? The realer side of AM. This is the first combo. Is there anything else that you want them to know? The realer side of AM that you don't know. When AM's off the cameras, like, is there anything else? The realer side of AM that they need to know?
Yeah, I'm just too chilled out, man. My brother gets onto man. You don't get onto man about how too chilled out, man. I'm just like, it's like man's a sloth in a sense. Nah, I'm joking, but me, boy, I don't know, you know, it's one of them things, you know, where to truly get to know man, you have to get comfortable, you know. I know that a lot of people in my circle, you know what I'm trying to say, so I'm like any other guy, man.
What's your hobbies and interests? What do you like doing?
Growing up, there's two things I love: making money and games. I love
Computer games, yeah.
I'm young.
What computer?
I shot so many computer in it. I just had
You still play computer now?
No. I ain't played games in years. Growing up, like, that's all I used to do. Just do my thing, play out. come back. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
You feel like
trying
you're a closed, kind of private person, yeah?
to,
And would you say that's because that's just your character, or you think it's just life experiences why you've got trust issues?
100%.
Yeah?
Obviously, there's so many things man can talk on
Yeah.
that have built my character, but
Yeah.
I can't speak on certain things. There's real life problems. So I think man's just, I don't know, man's just trying to be a good guy now.
Yeah.
Like, trying to, not that man was a bad guy or anything.
Yeah.
Man's just, you just get man now. What I'm trying to say. So,
Trust is a deep thing, man.
it's a deep thing.
It's a deep thing, man.
I feel like deeper, especially because man like to see it from young.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know,
Yeah.
on the roads, man saw it from young, so especially the people that were close to, or like people that I saw growing up, looking up to, they were close to each other, and do you know what I mean? So from young, it's like, why did they do that? All for much, do you know what I'm trying to say? So from young, that was just yeah.
And this is another thing, yeah, that is why it's an important topic, yeah, because trust and loyalty, they go hand in hand. So there's so many people that are screaming gang, and this and that, yeah, and they think people are loyal, or they think they can trust someone, but if one's missing, the other one can't be there. You get what I'm trying to say? And what I think is an important question, what I need to ask you, yeah, or what I want to ask you, is that how do you feel, yeah, about like influences of the music, yeah? Like whether they want to say drill music, rap music, or whatever, yeah, what do you feel about the influence of music, like that it has on the youth? Because like my generation and your generation, two different generations. But I feel, my opinion, yeah, yours is yours. My opinion that even from when we started doing music, 100% the music influences the actions of people on the streets. 100%. You get what I'm trying to say? And when we started doing music, it wasn't social media or anything like that. It was all about
me. I just left. See that era that you're talking about? I'm like the last that witnessed that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I understand when you're talking about the DVD era.
Yeah.
Like, none was the youth looking at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like your era was, to put it in a simpler perspective, your era was shot in drugs. My era is abusing it. I feel like that's the difference now. Like everything's too quick. Everything's quick now. Nothing lasts.
But you know what? You would say in your era is, quickly before we go into the next point, how do you feel like the music affects the actions of the people?
100%.
Cool. And you say in your era, my era, people shot in drugs, yeah, or shot in, and in your era, people are abusing it. I would kind of say, yeah, like people have always abused drugs. But what I want to put out there now, yeah, is that it's just different drugs. Like,
I think it's more open now as well. Because you see this lean thing and everything, man have been doing that. If you know, man have been on this lean thing, but it wasn't really open, like for man to Zaggies, perks, all of that. I feel like music's made it cool. Man have been doing it.
But
like
you see, back in the day,
yeah.
it's just different genres of music, yeah, and different times. For example, jungle days, or garage days, or old school, yeah, people was popping E's, yeah, they was smoking crack, yeah, they was doing drugs. You get what I'm trying to say? And at that time, it was, the reason why I would say it's similar to the lean, the perks, and the Zans, yeah, is that it wasn't like a poor person's drug. People that were smoking crack back in the day, they were smoking crack because they're looking down at the man that's smoking weed. Like, well, you're smoking weed because you're not peed up. Man's smoking crack and man's putting this much in the zoo and da 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 da. You get what I'm trying to say? So, but it wasn't really my generation. You get what I'm trying to say? That was people like my generation, kind of a bit older than me. You get what I'm trying to say? A couple years older than me, but still the same kind of generation. And then only a few people from like maybe my generation used to dabble or whatever they done because they saw orders and they thought that was gangster or whatever. You get what I'm trying to say? But thank God, I've never ever even, you get what I'm trying to say, never took no drugs or no pills or nothing. But it's like the lean and there's so quite cool. So the drugs back in the day, the crap, the people that was taking it, they didn't know the effects of it until after. You get what I'm trying to say? So to them, boom, they're doing their thing, their money's long, they're doing what they're doing, and it's a drug that they need to maintain. You get what I'm trying to say? But they didn't know the effects until afterwards. The perks, the lean and the Zans, yeah, basically liquid heroin that people are taking today, yeah, a lot of them, they're not going to know the effects until after. Because a lot of people are addicted and they're going to need to maintain it, yeah. How much do these leans and Zans and these perks, how much do these things even cost?
Boy, lean in America is expensive, like a pint like that.
Yeah.
It's about, correct me if I'm wrong, I think either $1.5 grand or $8 grand.
And UK, same?
Nah, UK obviously they do like a cheaper kind of one.
Yeah.
Like a bill.
Yeah.
Mix it with someone.
And when people are spending a bill, yeah, like how much do they need to take of that every day?
Well, it depends. Like I've seen man whole whole bottle of Sprite.
Yeah.
Like 1 litre, however like.
Once a bill, yeah.
Yeah, that will get you. I think no, that will get you 2.
Yeah.
It's called a set, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get a set.
Yeah.
And a set can make 2 Sprite bottles. That one just makes you up.
So one set of bills, yeah.
One set of bills, yeah, and it makes you 2.
So on the average, what would the normal average person, how much sets would they take like a day?
For a set, no, because a set, it depends on the person how much they consume. Because a whole bottle can feed like 4 man, 4 or 5 man. That's their cup.
And that's calm for one day.
Yeah, that's calm. No, but that's like I've seen man go have their own bottles for one day. Because it's a sipping thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They sip. It's not you're just drinking. So you're sipping, or you're zoot or whatever. And I've seen man been on lean for 2 weeks straight.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say just wake up lean, sleep, wake up. You know what I'm trying to say? And the effects is nuts. Even like man that don't know what it actually is, like the effects it has on it at the time is nuts.
Yeah. So the effects, yeah, because it's important that the viewers understand this. What's the worst effects, yeah, like of lean, Zans or perks or any of these drugs that people think are fashionable today? What's the worst effects that you've heard of?
I think the worst is puts you out of character. That's the worst effect.
Yeah, but someone could smoke weed and be out of character. What's the worst like
I'm talking, I know
like?
man that have taken these things and they don't remember nothing. I know man that have done so and so, woke up in jail the next day, how did I get here with the paper? That bad, like that, they don't even remember what's going on when they take it.
And what's the worst effects that you've heard that it actually does to someone's body, to their physical? What does it do to people? Like you know, like when certain people are addicted to certain things, they even feel like pain or like how do they feel? Like do they feel when they're clocking? Like how do they feel? They feel weak.
Weak, like body's aching, always want to throw up. They can't eat.
But this sounds like
They
it's
can't
a
eat.
heroin addict.
Yeah, literally.
But I need them to understand this though, because people think
It's
it's cool.
fashionable, isn't it?
Yeah, but
It's fashionable.
but they need to know that all the drugs that they're gonna look down upon from before, they all looked fashionable at a certain period of time. So people need to learn from the people before them to understand, cool, it looks fashionable now, but it's not.
The one thing you did say that was correct is
Well, I've only said one correct thing, my G.
no, not like that. But one thing that I should pinpoint is that money. Like you gotta have money to do these aspect, yeah. So really, it's only man that have got money that's. It's not like a bum kind of thing, like where man are just.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. That the same with the other
That's what I'm
jobs.
saying.
But when you don't have the money and you can't maintain it, so either way it's lose-lose. Because if you got the money and you're maintaining it, it's messing you up physically, mentally. And if you can't maintain it, it's messing you up physically and mentally. So it's a double L. Definitely.
I'm not sick because everyone I know that does, you know, everyone doing their thing. I mean, it's just a perk for the day. That's what they call it. It's a perk for when you get through my day, do what I need to do. Especially me.
So basically,
Me, Danny's, Tramadol, all them.
See, Tramadol. This is why it's so mad to me, yeah? See in the camp, there's man that used to take Tramadol and that, yeah? Like to just black out and sleep for their bird to just go past. So I can't understand that man that are on the road are taking Tramadol. Like there's old school man that will know in the can, while there's man, they're walking down the stairs and falling everywhere or coming out in the morning for their meds, and then man are taking Tramadol.
They don't know how to feel normal. That's their normal.
So they're nitties basically.
When you put it into that perspective, yeah, but same time is that I know man like that's their meditation.
For what?
Like certain things. I'm trying to say everyone has their own reason or use or whatever. But
this is what I'm saying to you. Right
it
now,
is a nitty thing, but at the same time it's like man are doing their thing as well.
What's this? Alright, cool. So the battle of the soul, everyone can just go and run and do what's fashionable then. But when we're all going through this, the whole thing is to be separate, yeah, and not go too mad through that battle. Don't let the battle break us.
I will say one thing, yeah. For the users that I know, a lot of them have said to man, bro, I just can't go with the stress of what man's going through right now. Like, so really it's just for man to numb, so they don't feel nothing. A lot of brothers that I know that do their thing, like when they wanna, like a lot of people can't do it sober.
But I think that's every addict. The alcohol addict, yeah, the heroin addict, the crack addict, we're all battling. But everyone, some people are trying to escape it and be numb, and some people are trying to actually face the reality to correct it. If we black out, yeah, see like the goals and that, yeah, we're talking about. If someone just blacked out and they're zoned out, they are not attacking any goals, yeah. So goals can be for business, for becoming more healthy, for anything. So if we're not there, yeah, we can't be woke. Everyone's saying stay woke, yeah. How can man be woke if man's intoxicated or man's sleeping? Can't be. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's important, like, I know there's people out there that's going through things, whether it's mental health, like whatever it is, we're all going through things, but it's important that we stay sober, yeah, and try and tackle our problems and our issues with reality, rather than escaping it like with drugs. Because the problem is still going to be there. It's never going to go. So we need to be men and be women and be people of strong character to try and tackle our real problems. It's important. You get what I'm saying? So, nah man, like, the people that think it's fun, like, these lot are losers. But the people that are really like battling, like it's not even fair. Like the people that think it's fun and that are just doing it, it's not even fair for people that are really like addicted.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah man, I hope that we will conquer our battles, man, and that everyone that's sick, that they get well soon, man. Trust me. It's you know, man, it's all about the heart, man. So once the heart's correct, then the actions follow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Hey,
Come on, man.
don't sleep.
You have to do it, man.
Come on,
You have to do it, man.
We'll do a more.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
There's a lot of things to talk about.
Come on, man. So, yeah, man. Battle of the soul. Battle of the soul.
So, boy.
Don't sell the soul. Just battle with it. Get me?
Don't sell this. Ooh. That's a good one still. Don't sell the soul.
Yeah. You're my people. See me? You know what it is, man. Yeah, we're out.
All of these feelings we cluster, these are all of the reasons we muster. We're human beings, it must hurt. They all say that they're realists, you must heard. But if you see what their feed is, they're busters. Battle of the Soul podcast, where battles inspire others.